Today seemed to be no less bizarre than the rest of my days in Stanton have been. After crash landing in Levski, I had a near-death hallucination about one of its residents, Miles Eckhart. I took it as a sign and decided after much deliberation to go see him and find out if that vision was prophetic or simply self-induced. Turns out it was neither. He looked me over and immediately sent me on some fool's errand with little to no details about what it was he wanted me to do, or exactly how much hot water this was about to put me in. I feel like the whole thing was less about me and more about his lack of available flunkies that were willing to place any kind of trust into one of his plans. Maybe he sensed that I had just the right amount of crazy in me to actually pull off an Eckhart-inspired heist. So I finally gotten the full mission specs from Eckhart. Turns out that I'm not going to be heading over to Selin or Yella after all, at least not yet. My part in this heist is to pick a comm array and hack into it. According to the instructions, it doesn't really matter which one. After that's finished, I'll meet up with the rest of the crew at some remote outpost on Yella for our debriefing. All external hatches open, because I don't know which door I'm going to jump out and I like to have options. Alright, I want to get this done quick, so I'm just going to pull right up alongside the comm array and jump out. I luckily had just enough time during QT to change into something that was a bit more geared towards EVA combat. And I also grabbed a shotgun from the weapons rack just in case. You know, for close encounters. Yeah, speaking of that, let's get that shotgun out and ready now. You never know what you're going to encounter in one of these places. What most people don't know is that you can do a lot more with the comm arrays other than just shutting them down and severing their ability to link together. You can also manually hack into them and enact all kinds of crazy mischief from within the system. Now, specifically, Eckhart wants me to introduce a virus into the array's network. I'm not really sure what it's going to do, but whatever it is, I'd be willing to bet my split of the heist money that the results are going to be more than just a little entertaining. After all, I'm in it for the chaos factor, not the money, and certainly not the glory. Oh, this is it. This is what I'm looking for. I think I can stow my weapon too. Crusader security is nowhere in sight, and I don't see any guards inside here. I think I'm pretty safe for right now. Now all I have to do is access my Moby Glass, upload the virus, and I'm out of here.
Just what do you think you're doing?
What the?
AI Security Protocol 32212 activated. Scanning Moby Glass. By the President of R-Corp. Do you have any idea what would have happened if I allowed you to upload that virus?
I actually really don't.
Unacceptable! I'm getting tired of you marauders constantly barging in here and uploading your garbage into my perfectly ordered network. Scanning your Moby Glass for personal information. You know what I'm going to do now? Currently, I'm connected to 1,526 corporate transactions. And I've just emptied all of their funds into a private account with your name on it. Congratulations, you're now worth billions.
That's awesome!
Idiot! I'm not actually going to give you access to it.
Then why the hell did you bother doing that?
I'm going to teach you a lesson. I've just broadcast the transfer theft to all of the local authorities, bounty hunters, and criminal listening posts, and uploaded your private information along with it. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is going to be after you now. They'll chase you to the ends of the verse looking for money that you don't have. And when they get you, they'll torture you for information about it that you don't know, most likely resulting in your inevitable death. It'll be a truly deserving punishment for you. And once word gets out that this whole ordeal happened because you messed with a comm array, it'll put a huge dampener on others from repeating your mistake for some time to come. And hopefully give me a bit of a rest. The safeguards will eventually scrub the system and void out the transfers, but that should take roughly up to 3 days to accomplish given all the red tape that's involved. And I doubt you'll last that long. Now, get the hell out of my comm array. You have 5 seconds to reach minimum safe distance. Self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just kidding, moron.
I really hate AIs. I really do.
Target located. Initiating plan.
These clowns must have been sitting here this whole time just waiting for me to come out. Well, my ship's gone. I don't have much of a choice right now other than to head back to the comm array and try to work out a plan. Yeah, this guy's a bounty hunter. I can tell from the symbol on the side of the ship. I can't believe he got here this quickly, though. I guess the kind of bounty that's on my head kind of motivates people. Something about this feels wrong. It's like he wants me to go back into the comm array. I mean, where else am I gonna go? If that's the case, then let's sneak around back and take a look at what's waiting for me there. Oh yeah. That's definitely one of Crusader's security ships. Here's a change for you. Bounty hunters are coming at me from the front, and Crusader security is sneaking up at me from the rear. And it looks like they've already sent in a raiding party to go in after me. Oh, and look here. Seems like somebody's left their back door open. Whole reason you don't do that is so some perp doesn't slip on board and steal your ride. And yes, I do realize that I left my ship's doors open when I left, but I preset the cutlass to automatically close all of its exterior hatches after I got out. These guys did not think that far ahead, and it's gonna cost them. You in the pilot seat, get up and get out. Don't test me, I've been having a bad day. So it looks like the bounty hunters and Crusader security are working together on this one. Time to drop a fly in that ointment. Comms open. This is Crusader security. Target secured and your assistance is no longer necessary. Vacate the premises or we'll consider you as hostile and arrest you as well.
What? We had a deal. Fine then, we'll just come in there and take the prisoner for ourselves.
That should keep them busy. Later, dickbags. Have fun shooting each other. That trap at the comm array had to have been planned ahead of time. They arrived on scene way too quickly for it to be otherwise. I'm guessing that stupid AI must have called security the second I appeared on its sensors. That, or it may even have had this entire thing set up already and was just waiting for the next person to come along and fall into their trap. Unfortunately, that person was me. Their plan was quite clever if you think about it, using bounty hunters on the front lines to cut off my means of escape. And as soon as I came out, they'd call Crusader security to get into position, then they'd blow up my ship right in front of me so that I'd panic, and in the confusion of the situation would run right back into the comm arrays and right into the trap they had set up for me inside. It should have gone down like clockwork for them. This is the hideout that Eckhart set up for us to meet at over here in Yella. It's a little half-finished platinum bay located out in the middle of nowhere. I hope the rest of the guys don't freak out too much because I show up in a Crusader security ship. Well, no one's opened fire yet, so that means they're either already drunk or I'm the first one to arrive. Well, I hope I'm not too late. I did end up getting a little sidetracked along the way. I think I better open a short-range comm and confirm that it's me before I actually get up to the door. Open up, it's Law. No, not the Law, but you know who I am. Just open up. What, that? That's just my ride. Pay no attention to it. Everyone had already arrived by the time I got to the rendezvous point, which is good, because that means none of them should have been aware of my situation yet. There's supposed to be an information blackout for the duration of this mission, and that means no vids and no Moby Glass until we've split up and gone our separate ways. That's gonna work to my advantage. This means I can take care of this last bit of business, collect my money, and disappear before anyone knows any better. Everything started out amicable enough, and then slowly degenerated as our conversation went on. I decided to kick things off by commenting on how easy it was to get into the comm arrays, how it had no security, no locked doors, and had a simple touchscreen for the computer console.
You know why that is? The comm arrays used to have these huge reinforced doors leading into them, so we used blast charges to blow them off their hinges. In response, they started hiring security to protect the doors, so we'd kill them and then blast off the doors anyway. In response to that, they started encrypting the computer consoles, so we started killing security, blasting off the doors, and uploading viruses that would knock the entire comm system out of commission. The whole ordeal was starting to get really messy, but more importantly to them, fixing the comm arrays after every attack was starting to cost them a small fortune. Then, a certain William Crotchelm III was put in charge of the global comm arrays, and what he did was nothing short of brilliant. He stopped replacing the reinforced doors, leaving them wide open, dismissed the security, and changed the comm arrays interface to be a simple touchscreen that had two settings, on and off. So we stopped destroying the entrance to the station, we stopped killing their soldiers, and stopped using malicious programs to shut the system down. All we had to do was float in and push a button, and then they'd respond by sending somebody out to turn them back on again. Overall cost to the comm array system bureau, 0 UEC per attack. And that's why they're the way they are right now.
There was a long pause before the other guy, who had been checking his Moby Glass throughout the entire conversation, finally decided to speak up.
But wow, what you just did reset the playing field all over again. You somehow managed to single-handedly empty the accounts of every business connected to the comm arrays. They're gonna have to do something in response to that. So all that money is where? In some account out there and only you know where it is?
I started to get that creeping feeling shoot down the back of my neck as he finished talking. He had obviously broken the information blackout rule and had most likely come across one of the AI's postings while he was looking at his Moby Glass. I decided to come clean and told him the whole story about the AI, but the looks on their faces said that they weren't buying it. An uncomfortably long silence had settled into the room after I finished talking, and out of the corner of my eye, I could see one of the guys start to reach for his holster in a not-so-subtle way. And that was the end of the conversation. Leave no trace and get moving. I should have known that running with a crew would have ended up being bad news. It always does. Well, that place isn't safe for me anymore. I gotta find somewhere to lay low for the next couple of days, and I think I know just the perfect spot. That's right, good old Grimhex, the land of forgiveness, accepting of everyone. Although, it's not quite so forgiving after you've gotten inside. Well, I did make it inside, and I managed to snag one of the best pieces of gear that I could have ever hoped to have stumbled upon. It's microid armor. Specifically, it's something from one of the lowest members of their caste system. These guys are looked down upon by even the scum in this place. And as a result, if you're dressed up as one, then no one pays any attention to you. And I mean no one. When you walk into a room, people actually look away. Even the local security treats you like you're just another piece of furniture. I spent my first day doing some research on William Crotchelm and into the history of the Gamma rays. According to Crusader's files, William Crotchelm was recently replaced by an executive from Microtech. And his answer to the Gamma ray problems wasn't to turn a blind eye towards it anymore. Instead, he had a series of AI programs installed into them. They were designed to evaluate the situation firsthand so they could develop and initiate a protocol that would fix the pirate problem once and for all. I also found out through some selective eavesdropping that Miles had known about this and had sent us in specifically so that we would trip the new alarm system just so he could kick back and watch firsthand what these new AI programs were capable of. Well, I could say that it was capable of making me the richest person in Stanton, as well as the most wanted at the same time, and it then managed to sick the entire verse on me. So go figure a plan around that one, Eckhart. It's been about a week since I came to Grimhex, and I've already upgraded my appearance to full microid. Being ignored that much was starting to give me a complex. Plus the microids on this station are either hired thugs or straight up assassins, so people tend not to mess with them if they don't have to. All this time I've been keeping my eyes on the advocacy's bounty list, and it seems that all the warrants on me have finally been rescinded, which means that they've managed to track down the hidden accounts that the AI had set up and restored the previous transactions back to their original status, which puts me in the clear for the most part. I also think that they finally figured out that it was the AI and not me who did all this. How do I know? Well, that Microtech executive, the one that was put in charge of the Gamma rays, was forced to step down and was sent on an extended stay to the Pyro system. Also, every one of the Gamma rays were purged of their AI programming immediately afterwards. Hey, if they want to sweep all this under the rug and forget that I had anything to do with it, then all the better. See, the AI's plan would have worked perfectly if it wasn't for one fatal flaw. It messed with their money. And that dog won't hunt, Monsignor. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to stick around here until the way to Hurston is opened up, then I'll drop the microid disguise and go back to some good old-fashioned piracy. But until then, I want to see what other kinds of trouble I can get into around here.